Mantra Tarot. I hope that you guys are all well on this lovely Sunday evening. It's the night before Memorial Day, so I hope that you guys have been having a nice Memorial Day weekend if you celebrate that. Some people don't celebrate holidays at all, so there's that. But yeah, if you're into that kind of thing, I hope that you're enjoying it. So for those of you who are new to my channel, welcome. And I hope that you like what you see here. I hope that you hit that subscribe button and, also hit the notification bell so you can be notified of when I'm on or when I post. Um, for those of you who are returning, welcome back. I greatly appreciate the support, the continued support. Yeah, so we're just going to kind of jump right in. I was going to try to kind of wait to see if anybody pops in, but there we go. My girl is here. What's up, sis? Star? How you doing? Yeah, so I'm going to jump right in, just it's gonna be messages for guidance, like in our, I would say our lives, because I am a part of the collective, so I might receive a message from here too. So I'm gonna start with the guiding light deck. Top to it. A while back, I remember telling you guys about this deck and like what I have in this deck, like in the box itself. How apparently my grandfather came and he manifested this into my home, a white feather. So I keep it in this particular box because when I'm feeling really drawn to it, there's a reason for that. Yeah, so let's start. Hey Monica, how you doing, honey? All right. Wow, well, would you look at that? Just first card on the bottom of the deck, we have inner guidance. It is time for you to pay attention and listen to the guidance of your soul. Well, would you look at that? I must have named it the right thing. I was trying to figure out what I wanted to name it. I just wanted to keep it kind of simple. I didn't want to go crazy coming up with a title, so I guess that was the right one. All right, so let's get a few messages for the collective. Spirit, what does the collective need to know and see at this time for their highest good? It's 10:01 right now as I'm saying that. I was trying to make sure that I made my steps for today because I was going to take my Fitbit off if I didn't. I don't like to lie to my Fitbit. I like that, girl. I like that. When I got out of work, I was so tired. It was not a bad day, but like I was so tired. I went and I got some pho from a local Vietnamese spot, and I tore that shit up. That shit was so good. I was craving it all last week, and I was like, I need it in my life. And I got the itis so quick. I was watching something on Netflix. Next thing you know, Netflix was watching me. So I definitely hear you about the kicking your feet up and relaxing. All right, so we have first card out, the golden stars. The stars are lining up for the perfect opportunity now. I just heard, I don't know if you guys are fans of Coldplay by any chance, but I just heard, look at the stars, look how they shine for you, and everything you do. I love that song. So you might resonate with that message. It's not very often that I channel a Coldplay song, so you might be Coldplay fans. But yeah, what else we got? Thank you. All right, we have, this is the reason why the card fell on the floor, path of least resistance. So you guys might be kind of, and ironically enough, the numbers are in succession too, 33 and 34. When all doors seem to be closed, it is because you have not tried to open the correct one just yet. I'm kind of getting, some of you might be feeling like kind of, I heard restricted, in some area of your life where it's like, you're just like, I don't know if I'm coming or if I'm going, things are just rough right now, and, it makes you feel stuck. But they're just letting you know, like, all of those delays and, when you feel like doors are closing in your face, it just means that, you know, like I said, you haven't found the right one just yet, and that's perfectly okay. The opportunities that are meant for you will never miss you. So just keep that in mind. I feel like they're telling us. Like I said, I'm gonna say us because I feel like I'm gonna be resonating with a lot of these messages myself. We have healing cocoon of light. Your angels come to you now and surround you with a healing cocoon made of light. So they're just letting you know that they are always with you and they are always here. Like I said, there was a reason why I was guided to you, no pun intended, guided to use this particular deck. And I was telling Lati, because at the time she was the only one in the chat, but now I can show you guys too. A while back, I was like, where the hell did my little feathers go? They had fell out the box when I opened them. But this is one of the feathers that my grandfather left behind in my house out of nowhere. I was like, what the heck? And my girl let me know. She was able to see who it was, and then when she explained who it looked like, and I was like, that sounds like my grandfather. She was like, I think it was. He was like, it's definitely a male ancestor, like an older male ancestor. I was like, wow. So I was guided to use these particular cards. And yes, I love Coldplay. I saw them in concert when they put out Viva La Vida. They were absolutely amazing. Like, that was one of the best concert experiences I ever had. They were so good. All right, we have divine timing. What you are working on now is divinely guided, which is also giving me, like, you know, how I just said, you know, your angels, you know, they're helping you heal and work on these different parts of your journey. Everything's going to happen in divine timing. They're going to line you up with the right opportunities. They're going to send signs and synchronicities to let you know what's going on, where you're meant to go at this time. Lord knows like I said, there's a reason why I got drawn to do this. Because I was like, I think I'll just wait till tomorrow. And I was like, nope, it's time. I'm going to do it now. And thankfully I did, because some of you guys are popping in. So I'm always happy to see your lovely names pop up on my screen when you're here. We have balancing act. You may be putting all of your time and energy into one area and neglecting other areas that need immediate attention. Now, I will say, just now, I heard almost like static. You know how, like, when you're trying to tune a radio and it like goes in and out, like you kind of hear something and then it goes away, it fades in and out. I just kind of got that, like, really loud. So that might be very important right now. The fact that you might be putting too much effort into the wrong things. So finding balance in your life, just generally speaking, might be very important. Ironically enough, the card prior to that had the number 6 on it, which is about balance. So that part of the message might really resonate for some of you. Might be a time to kind of sit down and do some journaling. Lati, I just saw your posts go up, so I'm definitely gonna watch that when I get off of here. But yeah, so what I was about to say is, like, maybe coming up, and this is just something I'm just randomly getting, and I think this is something I've been wanting to do just for myself as well. Actually sitting down and scheduling things. You know, some tasks are hard and they're daunting and you don't necessarily want to do them. Working out is one of those things for me. So like, if, like, you know, I've learned that, you know, when you make something a part of your routine, as opposed to saying, oh, this is something that I have to do, as opposed to saying, oh, I'm gonna do this, it definitely changes, like, that, the wording will change that narrative in your head of how you approach that particular task. I hope that makes sense what I'm trying to say here. Yeah, so that's something I want to sit down and really work on. Like, this upcoming month, I really want to sit down and, like, you know, come up with schedules, like, especially for content creation, because I'm gonna have a little bit of downtime since school will be out for a few weeks, and then I go to I'll be working the summer camp, but I'll have time, a little bit of downtime to really, like, get more structured, and I want to be able to stick to it. So between working out, eating better. Oh, Lati, I got I ordered the Bye Bye Belly from Fifi, so I'm gonna be starting that when I receive it. So, like, all these little things that I want to start, you know, working on. So I'm thinking a lot of you guys are kind of on the same that same thing going on with you, you know, just trying to figure it all out. What do I do from here? um, we have the challenger. Your relationships could be challenging you in a very painful way. So maybe, you know, your relationship, I'm getting, it could even be a relationship with self. It might not even be like outside. I mean, it could be, but like, you know, every situation is going to be different. But um you know, maybe even your relationship with yourself, you know, maybe you've been too hard on yourself because you're not doing what you feel you should be doing right now. You feel like everything's like, you know, like I said, you know, doors are just constantly, you feel like they're closing in your face, or there's these obstacles and you're like, how am I going to conquer these obstacles? Like, maybe I'm not meant to do this, maybe I'm not meant to do that, like that kind of attitude or energy. So that inner work might need a little bit of healing. um, and if it is about stuff outside of yourself, it could be work related, it could be friends and family, it could be romantic partners, so on and so forth, friendships. um, Maybe there needs to be some type of conversation or severance or something, for a challenging relationship that you have. I'm hoping again that this is all making sense. Nice. I like that. I like that, Monica. Perfectionist. Ah, here we go. I just got chills when I said that. My arms, like the hair of my arms, just rose up. This could be for me in particular, and maybe you guys too. Keep your standards high and honorable, but let go of the need to be perfect. Right? That's why I was saying and like I just literally got like a chill over me. So I think that message is very important. I think that there might be a lot of people who are perfectionists watching this, or who end up watching this, and you know, beating yourself up when things aren't, you know, exactly right and things like that. Well, that's why they're saying, you know, you might be putting too much effort into the wrong things, and that could be making you feel like you're more stuck than what you actually are. So they're letting you know, hey, we're gonna guide you along the way. Just, you know, just listen to us. We got your back, you know. All right, what else? Let's get maybe two more from here. Okay, we have synergy. Blending together all of your talents helps you create an energy signature that holds within your authentic creative expression. So for some of you, this could have to do with like a creative project or something that you've been wanting to do or have been working on, and maybe you're just feeling stuck with that. But they're letting you know, like, as you put, again, your talents together, and then you know, put the energy with it, that's when you're going to start to see a lot of your creative expression come into life. Um, Giving me that balancing act again, right? You know, being able to balance not just your talents, but the effort, putting them together. Boom. Kaboom! Guess who stepped in the room? um, yeah, so I'm getting something along those lines. Let's get one more from here. And we'll pull some some more oracle cards, just to kind of get a little bit more energy of what might specifically be happening. We have stretch yourself. It is time to move past your comfort zone and into the unknown. Yep. Sometimes, you know, going back to that path of least resistance. Um, you know, things when, you know, you have to get out of your comfort zone. Whew, it is hard. One of the things for me is really like content creation. It's hard, especially like this. I don't mind, but like having to like make content for like my coaching business, and you know, my tarot portion of my business, like on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. I don't want to be up there. You know what I mean? I want to bullshit on there like everybody else is scrolling and laughing, ha ha ha, wow, look at the drama. I want to just look at that real quick and then be done. Or some, you know, inspirational quotes here and there, but I have to be the one to create the inspirational quotes and shit. And it's like sometimes I'm looking for inspiration my damn self, right? So it's like it gets hard, and I'm like, oh boy. But you know, making a content calendar or something, like I said, I think something like that might help me. All right, so what do we have here on the bottom? We have dream come true. Your dreams are coming true because you stayed true to your heart's desire. Nice. But that's here on the bottom of the deck. So really I heard, I heard sticking it to the man. Really staying, concrete and intentional about the things that you want to accomplish. And then we have on the top of the deck, onward and upward. I say this all the time. Let go of the past so you can be present and create the future you desire. Interestingly enough, 4 people in the chat, 3 likes, and the number on here is 43. It just changed, but there was 4 people. I promise I'm not lying. But yes, I like that. Middle of the deck, we have sword. You're getting ready to fly high above all your obstacles and embrace life in the most magical way. We fly high, no lie, you know this. Ballin'. I like it. I like it. All right. So what that one goes? I'm gonna pull from the ascending life oracle deck. I haven't used these in a while. I feel like. So let's see. I got drawn to them, so I'm gonna use them. See. Self-image is here when I split the deck. Improving your self-image, focusing on what you can change, superficial confidence, and security issues. So that goes back to that perfectionist card that we saw earlier. You don't have to be perfect all the time. You know what I mean? Like, it's easier said than done when, for instance, if this stems from childhood, right? Which for a lot of us it probably does. We talked about this on the channel more than once. But if let's say it does stem from childhood and you have always had to like keep up an appearance, to be noticed or to draw the right attention to yourself, or that might be important, excuse me, things like that. um, your parents might have been really strict on you about your grades or something, different things like that, right? Take it, as it resonates. But that obviously, translates into where you are currently in your life as an adult. And as an adult, you're faced with the same obstacle of having to be perfect all the time. And then it causes insecurities when you feel like you're not doing what you should be doing, especially if it comes to like trying to start a business or something, or a creative project or whatever, and you feel like you're not getting anywhere with it. Raise his hand. And then it makes you feel like maybe I'm not supposed to be doing this at all. But they're letting us know, I'm going to say us, letting us know that yes, it's uncomfortable. Yes, it could be hard, but you don't have to be perfect all the time. You know what I mean? So this is just a time to really, allow them to help guide you throughout this part of the journey, understanding that divine timing does play a huge factor right now, and everything will balance out. All right, so let's pull a few from here. All right, what we got? Crossroads. Faced with choices, midst of indecision, facing the possibilities in life, rite of initiation. So this is about choices, right? Having to make conscious choices and efforts towards something, to leave certain things behind perhaps and go in a new direction, perhaps that direction that's uncomfortable, so on and so forth. Because of course we always have free will, right? So all the signs and synchronicities mean nothing if we don't actually pay attention to them. Because I know I have my moments, and then I keep getting nudged, and I'm like, damn, okay guys, okay, I'm starting to get the point. I need to listen. I need to take heed to this advice that you guys have been trying to give me for God knows how long. So yes. Right, we got 2 cards. Well, would you look at that? The card that fell on the floor, divine timing. So divine timing is definitely at play here, because we got the energy twice in the reading now. Something you can't control, learn to let go, trust in divine timing, and be patient. Be patient with yourself, right? Came out along with bridge. Another phase of life, transition, need to find common ground, bridge the gap. So it's giving me a transitional period of life. It's giving me like almost like the Fool, like I wouldn't be shocked if that comes up when I start pulling from the tarot. But yeah, just knowing that, with patience and I also am getting be kind to yourself throughout this too. Like, again, not everything's gonna happen when you want it to, but it's gonna happen when it's meant to. So yeah, be gentle to yourself. You don't want to start creating your own obstacles in your life with this brick wall on the bottom of the deck. And also keep in mind that, sometimes those, what they say, sometimes rejection is God's protection. Some things are not meant to happen. So back to like the path of least resistance, talking about those doors being closed, and just meaning that you haven't reached the right door for yourself yet, so on and so forth. Let's get a few more. We'll pull from the tarot. So I do got me a little cocktail over here. No judgment, okay? It's the holiday weekend. um, so a little sippy sip here and a little sippy sip there. Alright, tell us some more. Okay, we got 3 cards out. We have teamwork. Teamwork makes the dream work, baby. A partnership to complete a goal. Someone will come to your aid, expanding your network, delegating tasks. Cool. I like it. It's giving me like 3 of Pentacles vibes. And ironically, right now there's 3 people. Well, there was 3 people in here and 3 likes. It came out along with luck, good fortune, positive change, fulfilled wishes, unexpected happiness. Along with woman, female friend enters your life, a female romantic interest, a woman will assist you, a woman plays a key role. So there might be a woman that comes into your life in some capacity, who you might work with in some kind of way, building like a sense of networking. So kind of pay attention to that. The woman could also just be you in the, as you're expanding and growing and doing what you need to do. It's giving me like Empress vibes. You'll kind of come into your power and be able to team up with the right people that will help you along your path. Especially, again, if this is like some type of creative endeavor of some sort. On the bottom of the deck, just to see what's there. Mystery reaches its resolution. Having answers or clarity. Problems will be resolved. And closure from the past. I like it. I like it. Tell us more. Alright, between worlds. I had saw this while I was shuffling earlier. Torn between 2 paths. Space between the old and the new. Trying to balance. Going back to what we were talking about earlier, balance. Trying to balance your 2 lives and in transition. I already said I feel like this is a transitional period for a lot of people who end up resonating with this message. So you are in between worlds right now. You're going through, tougher phases and things that you have to kind of resolve and all that stuff. But then on the other side of all of that is going to be something that's going to be a lot more fruitful. There's going to be a lot of luck there. There's going to be teamwork, and there's going to be networking. There's going to be, I'm getting like soul tribe energy, meeting certain people in your life who are really meant to be there and help you along your path, and vice versa, which I really like. And I did see the self-image card here again. But that confidence definitely I feel needs a boost too. Positive words of affirmation might be helpful for some. Understanding how worthy you are and how special you are. Embracing that. Excuse me. You have the hidden, oh Lord, here we go. Hidden enemies, jealousy, hiding true intentions, being two-faced, time to work in silence. Okay, so don't tell people your next move unless you know you can fully trust them, because people might try to steal ideas or just be haters on the low, and they act like they're your friend, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, because you're stepping into like this leadership role type thing. It's giving me like Queen of Wands energy. And, as you're working on whatever you're working on, because I do feel like it's like a creative venture or something like that. It's like there's going to be people pretending that they're, proud of you or happy for you and all this. Yeah. Can't trust everybody. Can't trust everybody. So be selective about the people in your energy right now. Answers is officially out on the spread. I did read this already, so I'm not going to read it again. Let's get maybe 3 more from here. Because 3 is the magic number. Um, I don't know if any of you remember Schoolhouse Rock. um, I used to love watching those little shorts on Saturday mornings on I believe it was ABC. Okay, so we have um, okay. This is interesting because now we just got that energy about the hidden. Some of you might have had a friendship that might have ended or is going to end. Because okay, let me just read the cards. It says friendships, attracting new friends, keyword here. Changes in a friendship, spending more time with friends, letting go of toxic friends. Okay. But it came out with the world with it. Completion of a major milestone, fulfillment, time, and success, broadening your horizons, end of a journey. And then local travel, mini local vacation, getting out more, a romantic weekend getaway, having to drive more. I'm going to read that intuitively. I feel like it's saying that you're going to distance yourself from somebody who has hidden motives, a hidden agenda. And you're going to have to use your intuition to figure out who that is. Because there's somebody who probably, I'm getting like one of those people who do like the whole like, you know, you tell them something, they try to one up you. Kind of, I'm getting somebody like that. Like, oh yeah, well, I'm about to do this, and that. And they're like, oh, girl, well, I'm doing this. Like, we're supposed to be friends. Like, you're supposed to be proud of me for the steps that I'm taking towards something. Like, you don't need to try to one up me every time I tell you that I'm doing something. Like, that's not how a real friend operates. So I'm getting like that type of energy. Mm. Yeah. So this is like, I feel like it's in the middle of, yeah, because I got up in the air and like some other cards that I'm like, unfinished. I'm getting like, this hasn't happened yet, or it's in the process of happening. And it's like, okay. And, you know, I was getting like, remember that card? I believe it was a Crossroads card, and I think it was in the other deck. Well, I think we saw Crossroads twice. Bear with me. Sometimes I forget the cards that I've seen because I'm just like going. But you know, leaving things behind, right? Things that no longer serve you, and being able to say, okay, well, sometimes certain things or certain people, you know, serendipity is here, divine intervention. You know, something might happen that will cause, like, if this is a person who's been causing obstacles and challenges, you got mountain here, like, if they've been causing issues, like, you're learning a lesson about this, and it's going to help you get to your abundance. So, you know, another thing too, like, this could be a person who, like, dibbles in dark magic, or if they don't, like, they could just have that type of energy where it's like they, you know, there's power of the tongue, right? They could just say something, and if it's negative, it could kind of start manifesting. It could fuck up the stuff you're trying to work on, and then it makes you feel like, damn, what the hell's going on? Why every time I try to, you know, take a step this way, I feel like I'm getting pulled back like 10. Like, this is crazy. Right now there's one person in the chat and 3 likes. Number 13 represents death and rebirth. So, just saying, there'll be some major endings happening when it comes to a friendship. Take it as it resonates, because that might not resonate with everybody. But I'm picking up on that. Let's get one more from here. Okay, or we could do 2. So this fake ass friend might be the energy. We got clean up. Sweeping away negative situations, cleaning up your life, decluttering your mind, simplifying your life. Along with sad news, disappointing message, not what you wanted to hear, something not going in your favor, and inconvenient truth. I mean, it would be pretty freaking inconvenient if you find out that one of your good friends is a hater, right? Like, that's pretty fucking inconvenient. I wouldn't want to know that. You know what I mean? Like, you think that somebody's got your back and all of that, and they want the best for you, and they don't. Um, Bottom of the deck, we have the past. Feeling nostalgic, mentally reliving the past, the return of past friends or lovers, the return of a past situation. It could be a fake friend from the past trying to come back around now that they see you leveling up and try to fuck up your peace type shit. Yeah, no thank you. Stay your ass where you at. We have alien on the top, feeling alienated in life, feeling like you don't fit in, dealings with a foreigner, new experiences in life. And I mean, that goes back to like that sense of feeling uncomfortable, right? Leaving people behind that you care about and who you love, and especially if like friendships have been let's say if the friendships are like very old friendships, like from like childhood or from being a teenager or some shit like that. When you have to kind of acknowledge that, yeah, this ain't it, bruh. You know what I mean? Um, that's uncomfortable, right? And I've had to do that in the past too, like release people who I really cared about and had to do what I had to do. Because I knew that that friendship I just heard null and void. It just was null and void. The person, 3113, when I just said that, again, giving me that death and rebirth kind of vibe. When you start leveling up and you're doing what you're doing in your life and you're making these changes, right? Eventually, certain things and certain people will fall off, and it just happens on its own. Like, you don't have to even force it to happen, it just does. And certain things, you can't make certain things fit anymore. The puzzle pieces, they just don't fit, and when they don't fit, they gotta go. Like, I'm sure everybody could resonate with having friends, even family sometimes, where like you start, like let's say you were doing some real low vibrational shit for a long time with a certain group of people, and you don't, and then as you're getting better with yourself and you're doing things for yourself and you're, really focusing on doing your inner work, and these people stay the fucking same, they don't change, and you're just like, yo, and then you're around them and you're like, this nigga just they don't change. They're the same fucking person. Like, some people are like, oh yeah, loyalty, yeah, I never change. Well, that's not necessarily loyalty. That just means you guys are stagnant and you don't do nothing. The only constant should be change, right? So it's like, if you're not doing anything to better yourself and grow and expand, sometimes those are the people you have to leave behind. And again, that could be very uncomfortable, and it could be kind of sad too. But you gotta do what you gotta do. Hi, Ren, you're making a guest appearance. You agree with that statement? Hey, Mama, you want to say hi today? Oh, she said nope. I don't want to say hi. She'll be back. I was about to pick her up. She's like, nope. I'm gonna go wander the house. We have third party in the middle of the deck. Others interfering in your business. Possible love triangle. Too many people involved. Someone is watching you. Who could it be now? Do 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 do. Yeah. We don't need infiltrators trying to fuck up the groove, right? Stay where you at. Don't come in here disturbing the peace, Nate. We good on it. Fake friends, bro. I just heard, for those of you who are familiar with TLC's second album, Crazy Sexy Cool, there was a song called Case of the Fake People. Thought that I knew about them, thought that they would never do me wrong. Well, they smile in your face all the time, they just want to take your place, them backstabbers. But yeah, the song's all about, people who thought were your friends, all giddy in your face, and then so this is very interesting. It's just like, this is why I like to pull from different decks, because I wouldn't have picked up on that energy otherwise, I don't think. I knew about the sense of, being uncomfortable and having to expand oneself and remove oneself from certain situations, such and such. But I didn't realize it was this. You know, having to, you're up in the upper echelon, right? You're doing your thing in life, and people try to, keep you stuck. And no, thank you. Yes, because you are moving on. We have Knight of Wands, passion, right? Like going towards something with passion, something that you really have been wanting to do, and this is quick, swift movement. So there's something that you probably really been wanting to do that you're passionate about, and you're like, I'm not gonna let anything or anyone stand in the way of that anymore. Excuse me. All right. So let's get the cross of truth going. It's like growing. That's interesting because you are growing, right? It's all about your growth and expansion right now, I feel like. Thank you. All right, so, ooh, okay, I like it. So right now you guys are in this place of you're focused on that bag, baby. Ace of Pentacles. You're really focusing on that, and it's like the thing is, with you doing the things that you're doing, the things you're working on, showing the universe and whatever you believe in, God, whatever, your ancestors, so on and so forth, you're showing them that you're ready for these changes, right? We also have the Ace of Cups on the top of the deck. That's why I said, ooh, I like this. So there's these new beginnings coming in, and it's about your abundance overall, I think, in life, and I think it's also about your overall happiness too. Like you're showing up as the Queen of Cups on the bottom of the deck. Some of you might have water in your chart, or it could just be saying that you're, whatever it is something that not only are you passionate about, but you're also emotionally invested in too, and it's going to bring you a sense of emotional stability and fulfillment. That's the real word I was really looking for. But this all came after, I think, a moment of, major chaos and upheaval with the tower in the middle of the deck. So, there might have been some setbacks and things like that that, had to transpire for you to get to this point. But, you're cleaning up the mess. So it's like after, all the, the chips fall, you're picking up the pieces that you can and, rebuilding. Tell us more. If the three if the 3 of Cups comes out, especially in the reverse when I'm asking what you guys are releasing, that, or like the 3 of Pentacles, that's crazy, bro. But we'll see. Sometimes I'll fill a card and it'll come out. So let's just see what happens. Okay. It didn't. But you do have, you're letting go like the, things that make you feel heavy and burdened. 10 of Wands is here. That's the things that you're kind of leaving behind and releasing. Bowing out. We got the 5 of Swords, surrendering, right? Walking away. And again, it's uncomfortable because I don't think this is something that you necessarily want to do. It's just one of those things where it's like, what's going to happen is life is just going to keep getting very uncomfortable until you have no choice but to release this stuff. So if it is, again, unhealthy relationships and, insecure bonds with people, then, it is what it is, right? Yeah, in order to have your success and victory. 6 of Wands. Yeah, gotta cut them motherfuckers out, man. King of Swords. Some of you might have air in your chart. Tell us more. Thank you. Yeah, embarking on a new adventure in life. 8 of Cups is here. This is what you're heading into. And I mean, I think that this is so very, very new. I just heard green, like it's very green. My boss, he always says that. Okay, so this, like a new staff or something, if they like sub in a room or something, she'll say they're very green, they're very new. So they need to see other classes and how the other classes operate. And I'm just like, so great. Now I have to teach this person about my stage 1 classroom, and they work in stage 3. Okay, cool. um, but yeah, just, using that as an analogy. But yeah, it's very new and it's foreign. Remember that card that we saw, the alien card, where it's like it's about being being uncomfortable about something that's very new to you. And this is coming after a period of a lot of heartbreak and disappointment and pain, betrayals. Yeah. And a lot of it probably has to do with the fact that at some point or another you overextended. Six of Pentacles. But I'm also getting that by walking away from those kind of situations, you're allowing for yourself to come into partnerships with people where it will be balanced. You got that energy of balance more than once in this reading. So it's giving me that kind of vibe. Yeah. So it's just about releasing, right? Surrendering, letting go. Easier said than done, of course, with that Four of Pentacles in the middle of the deck. But you're realizing that by holding on to things that no longer serve you, it's holding you back. And you're getting that, right? You're getting the point. You're like, okay, spirit guides, you guys been nudging me like crazy. Okay, I'm gonna fucking listen now. You know what I mean? It's like, it's like you're doing what you need to do to, embark on this new journey and phase of life, which I really like. Tell us more. Fell directly on the, it went right on top of the that Eight of Cups. Yeah, seizing new opportunities. Knight of Swords here. Seizing new opportunities, fleeing the scene, so to speak. Going in a new direction. I think you guys are also, going to take some time to kind of isolate yourself a bit with the Hermit. Or you're in this mode right now. That Hermit mode, guys, like, I'm totally in Hermit mode. I don't do anything anymore. And I'm like, I'm like, damn, I need to like it's getting warm outside. I'm like, I'm trying to be outside, okay? I got to make you clothes and stuff to be sitting in the house all the damn time. So, I think a lot of us are kind of in hermit, we're kind of, pulling back a little bit when it comes to, being around other people because we want to focus on ourselves and we're trying to, understand ourselves more and really become more in tune with where we are right now, doing that inner work, doing the shadow work, right? The introspection. Yeah, I feel like leaving behind some of these situations that, have been kind of holding you back has allowed for you to be able to, put things into perspective and say, okay, this is the time for me to focus on, on the inner self, right? Top of the deck, yes, thank you, Spirit, for the confirmation. Leaving behind the toxicity with the devil in reverse. That means you're releasing those negative things that kept you feeling bound. Whatever those things were, overthinking, addictions, anything you could think of that's not so positive, negative people, so on and so forth. Middle of the deck we have Seven of Wands, so standing your ground. Perhaps at one point in time, you were the type where you let a lot of things kind of just roll off of your shoulder, you know what I mean? And you're like, oh no, it's okay. You make excuses for people and shit, and they're fuckery. And it's like, yeah, no. Spirit is like, no. They showed their ass too many damn times, and now you gotta act accordingly. So, you know what I mean? When people are showing you their true selves, you have to do what you have to do, even if it's uncomfortable. Because, you can't be a walking doormat. You know what I mean? Been there, done that. So if you could resonate with that part of the message, yeah, no more of that, right? All right. Tell us more. All right, got the Page of Pentacles. Some type of offer of some sort, could be monetary. Good news when it comes to money matters. Ooh, okay, okay, sis. Sisters. Okay. Because I'm sure most of the people who end up watching are women, and if not, my kings too. All right. We got Queen of Pentacles here. Actually, there's a lot. Now I'm looking. There's a decent amount of Pentacle cards here. Um, Getting that money right. Exactly. Not playing no fucking games. That Seven of Wands is here again. Yep, standing your ground. You're like, absolutely not. You ain't about to fuck with my bag. I ain't fumbling this shit for your dumb ass. I'm finding my happiness, my fertility, my expansion, my growth. Yes, with the sun. Some of you might have Leo in your chart. Yeah, I like it. No more letting people hold you back or hold you down. Because that shit's lame, right? I feel like drawing from here. I wasn't going to, but I got drawn to the deck. So I'm going to go where I'm led. Spirit guided me here. I did just see the man holding a coin card, which is the King of Pentacles. I like it. Getting that back, baby. Alright, what we got? Yin and yang. Going back to like that energy of balancing shit out, right? Exactly. Balancing it out. A lot of you guys might be seeing the number 2 a lot in repetition. Choices. Got 2 cards that are trying to come out. As I said, something about the number 2. Now, earlier I had mentioned how some of us, raising hand, might find it beneficial to kind of start writing things down, planning things out, mapping things out. We do have strategy here. So this is a time to strategize. And it came out along with first chakra Archangel Michael here. So it's giving me like, get this sense of feeling more grounded and secure in what you're doing by strategizing. Because sometimes if you do things all wishy-washy, then you don't really feel connected to it. Like there's this difference between wanting to make sure everything's perfect all the time versus just going for it and not having a plan. You don't want to do that either, right? There's this balance, right? This middle ground between strategizing and kind of going after what you want. So don't be too rash, right? There is the difference. Make sound judgments here and a sound call by remaining, secure and grounded in the decision, being rooted in the decisions that you're making by strategizing. I hope that makes sense. Let's get a few more from here. And then we'll get some last messages to close out. I hope that you guys have been enjoying this message. I've definitely been enjoying delivering it. You guys are amazing as always. Love you guys. Always enjoy the support and chatting with you guys. We have the temple path. Yes, like they're letting you know that they're lighting the path up for you. Like where you're meant to go, you will be guided. Like you see all those little lights. They're like, it's like, oh, it's all illuminated. It's like, yes, that's where you're going. Go that way, child. Like, why are you going that way? No, I told you go that way. What are you doing? Yeah, they're letting, I'm going to say us, they're letting us know, like, we are guided. Like I said, there's a reason why I got drawn to use that first deck, the Guiding Light deck. And I'm guessing my grandfather is kind of in here, or my ancestors are definitely, showing up in the reading for me. When it comes to the guidance, because I don't use that deck that often, and I actually really cherish that deck, and that's why I don't use it so often. It's not just a a novelty. You know what I mean? It's a very important deck. It gives me a lot of insight. So I love sharing that deck with you guys. All right, indecision. There we go. Yeah, indecision. Which way to go? I just heard, ironically, wow, see, everything always comes back full circle. Earlier, before I came on, I was on Instagram, and for most of you guys know that I'm a huge Michael Jackson fan. So I follow a whole bunch of like Michael Jackson pages and stuff. And there was a post with like like a collage of his pictures, and the song that was playing in the background was it was Jackson's, and it was let me show you the way to go. I love that song. Was one of the lyrics from it. I don't know everything, but there's one thing I do know. I've read and heard a lot, and now I'm ready to show that we can come together and think like one. Trust in each other to get the job done. That's important. I think that was a channeled message. So sorry to hurt your ears with my singing. I apologize for that part, but I think the message was important. So yeah, let's get a few more messages from here, and then I'll pull from one more deck to close out. But yes, there are decisions to be made. Okay. So we have 7th chakra, Archangel Uriel. So that's all about the crown. Adjust your crown, baby. Adjust that crown. You see how pretty that crown is on her head? That's y'all. Ooh, I like how the light kind of like, the way that it's hitting it, that looks pretty cool. Almost looks holographic. That was kind of cool. But yeah, adjust your crown, baby. And, really, really allow yourself to connect with your guides. Keep your crown open so that you can receive those downloads. Aw, thanks, guys. You guys are too. I just be playing sometimes. I do enjoy singing, but like I never take it like too seriously. When I'm hanging out with my son though, we do songs together and stuff. Like I'll sing his songs, or like he'll have his guitar or his piano or whatever, and we'll like harmonize and stuff together. It's pretty fun. I can't wait for my baby to come home. He'll be home in a couple of weeks. I'm very excited. He'll make a couple of appearances on here, I'm sure. For those of you who don't know, but I'm sure most of you guys who are watching already know, my son lives in California. I'm in Connecticut. He's in LA right now because he got accepted to a school for the arts out there, and he was in the music department there. We took him out because he was not doing what he needed to do academically, but he still is gigging like crazy. So he's been doing shows at like some of the really big venues out there, like where a lot of people got their start, like the Rolling Stones, Jimi Hendrix, Janis Joplin, so on and so forth, like a bunch of people. So like he performed at the Rainbow Room, he performed at the Whiskey, so on and so forth. So he's doing his damn thing out there, but he'll be with me for the majority of the summer, so I'm pretty excited about that. This mama bear definitely is missing her cub, but he's doing his thing. All right, so enough about me. We have the 6th chakra, Archangel Metatron here. So that's about the third eye. So yep, that crown and that third eye, they're very, very connected, right? They're right behind each other. So, if one is off, the other one's going to be off, more likely than not. So getting those balanced so you can receive messages and, get that guidance necessary to make the moves that you need to make in life right now. Definitely essential. Let's get one or two more from here. I like it. Blossoming abundance. It's happening. It's gonna happen. Love it. Yes, you're embarking on that new journey. It's giving me like that 8 of Cups card that we saw earlier in the tarot. Yes. I just heard here we go. Fucking Michael Jackson always gets channeled. It's so funny. For those of you who have seen The Wiz, gonna ease on down the road. Don't you care? Oh, doesn't that look like that could be the like she's like that pose looks like Diana Ross going down the road. Gonna ease on down the road. Don't you carry nothing that might be a load. You just ease on down the road. And it's like she's dropping a bag on the floor. Like, nope, I don't need that bag anymore. I'm leaving the bag behind me as I'm looking at the card. And just like she's illuminating her path. Like, okay, I'm going that way. I love that. Love that. because you walked away. There we go, Spirit. Spirit ain't playing. They're like, oh yes, everything you said, walking away from the old shit, walking into the new, and embarking on this new journey, right? Leaving all that old toxic shit behind, stuff that no longer works. Yep, you released it, got all tied up, but it's in the reverse. You're not tied up anymore. It's like the hanged man. Like, you cut those ties. You said, I'm good on that shit. No thanks anymore. I'm good with that shit. And now you're doing what you're doing. Dope sauce. Dope selves. Yes. We have Angel of Balance here. Things are balancing out, right? But we also have anxiety that came out with it. So there's a lot of anxiety, right? Remember, we said this is uncomfortable. This is not something, this is foreign, right? This is not something that you're used to. You're like, okay, what the fuck is this? This is a lot. You know what I mean? When you're embarking on a new journey and leaving behind things, it's like there's going to be a grieving process, because you're going to grieve like this old version of yourself. You're going to grieve the things and people that you had to leave behind too. Like, there's a lot of anxiety that surrounds that. But we got the woman holding a heart. They're like, stick to your principles and make sure that, what you're doing is stuff that, again, keep your heart heavily guarded, and make sure, ironically enough, 4 people in here, 4 likes, the number 44 on the card. Yeah, so you might be seeing a lot of 4s as well. They're like, make sure that you understand that you have to stand on principle, right? And that you have to also make sure that you keep yourself guarded, but also know the importance of equal give and take and reciprocity when it comes to building connections in your life, because you don't want to be too calloused and cold, right? But don't be just throwing your heart out there just to let people trample all over it either. Kind of getting that. Yeah, so just be able to, be cognizant and use your judgment, right? I really feel like that's what it really boils down to, being able to make sound judgments about the people that you're allowing into your space. We have 3rd chakra on the top of the deck, Archangel Camille, which is about the solar plexus, your willpower, your confidence, your drive to do the things that you're doing. So it's giving me like you're going to be able to listen to your heart, but also listen to your gut. Yeah, as you work on manifesting the things that you're working on. Got the Magician and the Mirror in the middle of the deck. You guys are very powerful. You're able to manifest a lot of different things. You could do practically anything you want to do, and whenever you do happen to feel stuck, a lot of the times it might be you feeling stuck in your own energy. So once you start to realize that, the anxieties and the self-doubt and all that stuff, when you start realizing that a lot of that is up here, release that shit, all powerful. You guys are more than capable of so many different things. I really like this message. This is really nice. Again, for those of you who have been rocking with the reading and who haven't liked it already, hit that like button. Help me, build this channel up. Nice and slow and steady, right? Me and my girl, Lati, we were talking about that a few weeks ago. She reached out to me. She was like, girl, stop letting yourself get so down when people don't show up to a live reading. It's okay. She came in right on time that day when she said that to me. I was like, girl, I needed to hear this message. Like, for real, I needed to hear that message. Ah, look at that. Spiritual teacher. As I'm talking about Lati, this is just when I split the deck. You're being guided to step into your role as a spiritual teacher. So some of you guys, are going to be able to take the, oh, wait a minute, hold up before I shuffle. Okay, yep. And then on the bottom of the deck is wake up call. You are about to discover your life purpose. Your life purpose is to be a spiritual teacher. So I feel like a lot of you guys are kind of going to be doing something very similar to this, right? Like using your voice in some kind of way as a way to help people. Maybe that's the creative project that you've been working on. Wanting to write a book, or vlogging, or what else? Podcasting, so on and so forth. Life coaching, so on and so forth. Things that you'll be able to, take your own experiences and help others with it, right? Help other people on their path. that's illuminated for them. Help them see where they need to go. That's why I think that um, show you the way to go song popped up, because like if you listen to the lyrics, it's talking about we're taking our own experiences and we're coming together to do a certain job, right? We have a mission here and we're doing it together as a collective. So I am very cognizant nowadays of the people who I've bumped into, even here in this interesting realm of just this virtual world, right? I hope I can meet some of y'all one day in real life. It will be pretty cool. But right now it's just here, and the thing is we're impacting each other all the time in some way, shape, or form. You know what I mean? I'm getting goosebumps as I'm talking about it. But we all are here to help each other. Get through different things and stuff. Like when I do these readings, I always say, like, I feel like my energy pops up too, because like there might be stuff that I haven't noticed or seen, and then I'm delivering this message and I'm like, oh fuck, I needed to see or hear this too. You know what I mean? I'll do a reading for myself from time to time and I don't get that same energy, but then I read for y'all and I'm like, oh shit, was I ignoring this whole time? Like, you know what I mean? Like I have to be like, okay, well, thank you guys for your energy coming into this reading, because then I get to see what I need to do too, a little more clearly. Hope that made sense. But yeah, it's a collective effort. Collective effort. All right, so let's get a few messages from here to close out. I love you guys. All right, so we have wishful thinking. It says, this is on the bottom of the deck. You are learning how to manifest the life you desire. That's on the bottom of the deck. Goes back to that magician and the mirror that I was talking about. You guys can manifest so many different things. It's just a matter of putting in that effort and understanding how powerful you are. You're so capable. Have self-confidence, baby. All right, what we got? We have earth shifts. You are very connected to Mother Earth, and as such, you experience all that she does. So being more in tune with the elements and what's going on around you, feeling as things are happening around you, as things in the world are happening. It's giving me like getting grounded, right? Spending time outdoors. There's actually, I mean, a lot of these are very like, a lot of these, oh, I'm going to finish what I'm saying and then I'm going to show you this part on the bottom of the deck. Yeah, like the more connected and grounded and rooted you feel, the more you're going to be able to shift and do all the things you need to do. It's giving me like, this, it's giving me like that Bruce Lee quote talking about like the willow tree versus like the bamboo tree, right? Like being able to go with the ebb and flow of life and, or being able to be like water. It's giving me something like along those lines. The more grounded you feel and the more secure you feel, the more that you're going to be able to go with the flow. When things are, hard, you're going to be able to roll with the punches and be like, okay, that wasn't necessarily fun. It kind of sucked ass, but it's okay, because guess what? Now I'm able to, be cognizant of the fact that this is what needed to happen in order for me to move on into this direction in life. I hope that makes sense. Yeah, getting something along those lines. Okay, so I just happened to look on the bottom of the deck. It's not in the main spread, but we do have parting ways. Remember, we're talking about severing ties and cutting up, cutting things off. It says maybe time to move on from this situation or person. So yeah. Again, not fun, right? It's hard. It kind of sucks, but sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do in order to embark on these new phases of life. We have career transition. I said earlier, way early in the reading, that I feel like for a lot of you this has to do with like some type of creative idea that you have. It says your soul is yearning for a career aligned with passion and purpose. Is giving me that Knight of Wands energy we saw earlier. I was like, there's something they're very passionate about that you really want to go towards, but you're just trying to plan it all out. Ooh, bottom of the deck. See, that's why I like to look at the bottom of the deck from time to time, just to see what's there. You know, kind of talking about that career transition, we have visionary. You are learning to synthesize, that's that synergy card we saw earlier, all of your creative ideas into action. Wow. How's that for coming back full circle? All right, let's get like 2 or 3 more, and then that'll be the end of the reading. You guys are amazing. We got 45 on that card, and there's 54 people here. Same thing backwards and forward. So you might be seeing those numbers, or you might want to look up that angel number. Rejoicing. You have learned how to make the most out of life. Going back to that earth shifts, right? It's like, you know, when life, you know, gives you lemons, you make lemonade. Life's not always going to be easy, but you can always, you know, adjust how you respond to the things that are going on around you. You don't have to be so reactive, right? You're able to say, you know what? That was a hard situation, but I learned a lot. Or, well, hey, I didn't get that job, but there's something else coming in for me. And then that door of opportunity opens up. You're like, well, that's why I didn't get that job. It's because I wasn't meant to. You know what I mean? Like, it's just about how we shape the way we view things and how we think about things. Let's get maybe 2 or 3 more from here to close out. Positive life changes. Positive life changes are ahead if you choose to trust in the process. Keyword choose. Free will here, guys. Free will. But it goes back to like the crossroads energy. We saw like crossroads a couple of times, and we kept seeing 2s at one point. So yeah. Ah, yes. Goes back to kind of like that tower card that we saw. Dark Night of the Soul. You are in the midst of a spiritual awakening. Learning a lot of lessons right now. Hard lessons. And some of those lessons are painful. You know, leaving people behind that you thought, you know, you wanted or should have been in your life who are not meant to be there anymore. Behaviors and patterns, so on and so forth. Like all these things that you're, you know, having to really do that introspection on and look deeper and understand how to handle it. What to do from here. That hermit mode, right? Taking the pieces, picking them up and putting them back together. Like Humpty Dumpty. And making something, I just heard fortified, something stronger. I wouldn't even use that word on a normal basis. Yeah, fortified was the word I just heard. Yeah. Building the wall and that structure even stronger after, you know, learning what you needed to learn during this spiritual awakening. Let's get 2 more. Natural born leader. We saw that energy earlier too. Remember I was saying you guys are giving me like Queen of Wands vibes. We saw that energy before. You were born to lead others. It is a part of your life's path. Wow. 1 more. And here we go again. It's on the main spread. You can't make this shit up even if you wanted to. Spiritual teacher is here officially on the spread. It was in the middle of the deck, I think, when I split it. I think that's where it was. Yeah. They're like, yep, this is what you're meant to do. You're going to help so many people in the process of doing that. Bottom of the deck, we do have environment. Now's a good time to clear, clean, and declutter your environment. Where is that card? So we got this. We got this. Same shit, right? Coming back full circle. Generosity. Remember I was talking about, you know, that's when I saw that 6 of Pentacles earlier, I was like, at one point in time, you guys might have been too generous, right? Too overgiving. And they're like, gotta balance it out a little bit, right? Giving from your heart with no strings attached is what is needed right now. So it's okay to be a giving and generous person. That's fine, but just make sure that you're, aware of those that you do happen to extend to, and make sure that they pour into your cup just as equally as you pour into theirs. Because, as we know, there's a lot of takers out there, right? There's a lot of people who, take, 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 take. They don't understand the importance of give, right? I scratch your back, you scratch mine. Like they don't get it. There's so many selfish ass people, and I'm happy that this is resonating, honey. I'm happy to see you here, and thank you for checking in. But yeah, definitely just understanding, who's meant to be around and who's not. Be selective. Be intentional. Be intentional. Because guess what? Old habits, right? Old habits die hard. Is in the middle of the deck. An old habit may be keeping you from moving forward. So I'm going to use myself as an example here. The other day I had a reading done for myself, from a really good reader that I really love. Her name is Joy, and she's really, really good. So she's one of those people, like, kind of in my soul tribe as well. And so I've done readings for her. She's done readings for me. And so she gave me a lot of insight about a situation. And I had to learn that I have a tendency in working on it. This is my shadow work, and this is my inner work that I need to do. I have a tendency to be drawn to people who are emotionally unavailable. And I've been doing this for a very long time. And I feel a sense of worth if a person deems me as worthy. Makes no sense, right? Because I would want to like shake somebody and say you're always worthy, but I myself I struggle with this, and I'm the type, I hate to say it, but I'm gonna be honest with myself. I'm learning. I'm like a pick me, and I gotta stop that shit. I have my tendencies when it comes to romance in particular. I am a kind of a pick me, and I'm like, oh, so what do they have over me? Why does this person want that person over me? I have to do something different. I have to be better in bed, or I have to make a better dish, or I have to like be a wife when I'm not a fucking wife. Like they're not giving me any reason to be a wife to them. But yet here I am, damn near ironing their damn drawers and shit, and I don't get anything like that back in return. I'm learning that's one of the things I have to understand. Where is that coming from, and why do I do that? Because it all stems back to, let's see if I can find the card on the first try, and I did, because it was under mad cards, but I found it first try. Perfectionist. I want people to see me as perfect. If people see me as perfect, then I feel perfect. Oh, you're so great, there's nothing wrong with you. Like, there's a little bit of something wrong with everybody. Let's just be honest here. It's called a spade, right? But I'm learning that this is one of my shadows that I still have to work on. Understanding that if someone's emotionally unavailable, I can't do anything to change that person. I can't do anything to to change their outlook of who I am. Instead, I need to be more understanding that I need to be guided towards people who are guided towards me, where it's equal give and take, where they appreciate me just as much as I appreciate them. If I have to go above and beyond all the time, and they're barely putting their fucking toe in the goddamn puddle for me, then that shows that that person is not for me. So I have to understand where is that coming from, which I kind of already do understand it, but I have to work on that part of myself. I need to nurture that part of myself because it does stem from childhood. I always wanted to be the one that was deemed as perfect and did everything right, blah, 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 blah. I know I'm oversharing and I'm going to shut up now. But I hope you guys are, understanding what I'm trying to say here and you get the point. But because I like to, share my own experiences too, so that you don't think like, oh, yeah, she just has it all together. I am still learning. We're learning from each other, right? When I help other people in their healing process, it usually helps me in some kind of way, shape, or form too. And that's why I have no problem with being able to be expressive about these things. So with all that said, you know, let's just, be honest with ourselves about these things and where it comes from, and be able to say, I'm going to welcome these kind of relationships in my life as opposed to these relationships. If it's equal give and take, kudos. If you feel like you're overextending constantly, then those are the people that you have to kind of be like, yeah, no, I'm good on that. So on and so forth. So yeah, with all that said, I love you guys. You guys are awesome. Thank you for checking me out. I might go live tomorrow. I'm not gonna make any promises, but I might go live tomorrow as well, like in the evening. I know a lot of you guys might be like doing stuff with like your family and stuff for the holiday and stuff like that. But you know, if you guys tap in, that would be awesome if I do happen to go on. So, and if I don't, I do hope that you guys enjoy the rest of the holiday weekend slash tomorrow is the holiday. So yeah, until next time, I love y'all also very much, and yeah, bye. And I'm happy that the message resonated. You guys are awesome. Bye, guys.